Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. That confidence thing. Yeah, you know what? Every now and then I see a video or see a comment, maybe even see a blog where someone will say, you know what? Confidence doesn't matter. Women just care just about looks. It don't matter how much confidence you have, how much game you have, any of that, right? And, I'm on the record as saying, yeah, looks matter, but there's more to it, right? And one of the things that's very important for a man to have is confidence. Now, that's for the woman to see, but really is more for the man. And let me break that down. Understand, when a woman chooses a man, at the core of it, the base of it are two basic things. And it's not even that whether or not he's good looking, but whether he can bring her pleasure. So at a core level, she's looking at a man, looking at him like, can this dude make me scream? Can this dude have me holler? The scholar once said, some brothers out here are so ethereal, they forget they gotta make the woman holler. When that woman looking at a man, trust me, she's looking at his sexual presence. And see, confidence conveys that this man might just know what he's doing in the bedroom. It's not it's really a twofold thing. It's a sexual confidence. When she see that guy, he's confident, he holds his head up high, he has a confident body language. She knows she gonna tear it up. Like, there's been a couple times I would see like some seminars. They have some dating coaches doing a seminar, and I would just look at the dudes in the audience. And a lot of times they would just have an unconfident body language. How's that going to get a woman hot? She don't want a man who tells her, oh yeah, he can satisfy her. She want a man who just got a look in his eye by his posture, how he carries himself, whether or not he can tear it up. So she's looking for confidence on that level. That's the deepest level. But see, also, if you really look at the nature of a woman's sex drive, at a core subconscious level is not only about carrying a man's seed, but also a man who can bring her resources, basically to help her build the nest. That's at the core. That's why even some of these feminist women out here want a man who can provide. It's a deep thing. That's just how it is. Now, what does that translate to in the real world? A man who looks like he can handle himself in life. She don't want the guy who looks like if he goes into an interview or he's going for a job or he has to go out there to make money, he don't look like he can do it. They want the man who looks like he can do it. Right? And the man who's confident, the man who can go out there and go get his. The man who can navigate in life. The man who look like, hey, if something come down to it, he can protect her. Because not only his resources, but it's protecting the nest, it's protecting the seed. That's at a deep level. She wants the man who knows he can walk through life with authority. So that's the woman's side of it. But it's even more important for the man to have confidence. It ain't even about the women. Shoot, if you have confidence, the women, ultimately a woman gonna come for you, whether, whatever, right? Those things at the base, but there's so many things that are involved, culture, social class, all of that. But ultimately having confidence, put the women out of the picture. It's about having confidence in yourself. One of the things I see with a lot of men out here, especially a lot of men who are saying the women are ignoring them, the women aren't paying attention to them, is that they ain't valuing them. They ain't valuing themselves. Let me say that again. They don't feel good about who they are. And why should a woman, look, hold up. Let me break it. Let me get back to the women real quick. If a man walks through life and he carries himself in such a way that it don't look like he value himself, why should a woman want that type of man inside of her? Why should she want to reproduce him? Because every single time a woman has sex, unless her tubes are tied and there's like a tiny percentage chance she could still have a baby, then every single time a woman has sex, there's a possibility she could have a baby. So why would she get turned on by a man who doesn't value himself? Why would she want to carry the seed of that man? How could that man excite her if he don't believe in himself? Why should she believe in him? It's like if somebody's trying to sell their house, right? And they have some people come by and they'll say, oh yeah, this is fucked up right here. Oh, that looks ugly right there and all of that. Or a car or something, say, oh yeah, it's bad. And this is just a jacked up looking thing. You can't sell yourself if you don't believe in yourself. So that's confidence too. But getting back to what the man has to do for himself, he has to know, hey, you know what? I'm this, that, and a third. Of course, you want to humble yourself to work on the things you got to work on. That's cool. You should do that. But at the same time, you have to acknowledge what you are capable of. And you have to believe in yourself because you can do that, right? I'm going to tell y'all something about me. I'm going to put myself out there, right? I don't try to convince women to like me. That is one thing I've never done, is try to win a woman over that way. Because I just look at her, because I'm like, I look at a woman, I say, hold up, you see what I look like? You see how I carry myself? If we're talking, you hear my conversation. Now, if we talk for more than 20 minutes, then I got something going on. And first of all, you interested to be able to talk to me. So why, if you don't like any of that, I'm not going to try to convince you, because I value what I bring to the table. I value how I look. Now, I've said publicly, I think I look average, but I still value how I look. It's me. I know how I carry myself. I know I carry myself like I can handle whatever. Right? And I know I could have a conversation, I could have an intelligent conversation on something I know nothing about, because I can ask intelligent questions. And the things you don't know about me, because I've had some people, like I've had a few trolls and stuff try to come at me. In fact, I'll call one troll's name, because I know even though she can't post on here, she probably still watch the videos. Miss Classy. Like, she was trying to talk about, yeah, Rom, you ain't making money or anything. And I'm like laughing my ass off, because she couldn't tell me which of the three. She couldn't name my 3 banks that I got money in. She couldn't name them. Or she don't know anything. She don't know about financial portfolio. So, and it's not even about her, but it's just, I know what's there. So I'm confident on what's there and what I'm doing and my level of success. See, somebody can't break that, so I can walk confidently knowing I got that. And see, I use myself as an example just to know, let any guy know, hey, you have done this. You have accomplished this. If you got certified in something, you've accomplished that, or whatever you've done in life. Won a football championship, or, saved up enough money, had some goal, got a house, started a business. Sometimes just survive every day. You've done it. And by knowing that, you can build on that. Because success is a journey. And so you got to be confident. If you listening to this podcast, you have to be confident. Just like, you know what? I'm still here. I woke up this morning. If you got a job, you got to be confident about that. If you don't have a job, but you still, if you have your faculties about you, your mind's still working right, be confident in that. But ultimately, it's about believing in yourself and saying, you know what, I got value. See, one problem I see with a lot of men out here, deep down, they don't value themselves. So they'll let, whatever these women say, or even what society say, mess with them and try to dictate to them who they are. See, society can't tell me who I am. And I walk around like that. In fact, I'm going to tell you what. One of the biggest things I've been called throughout life is arrogant. And really, I'm I don't usually get too big into race here, but part of that was a lot of people couldn't believe a black man was walking around with his head held high and like he was about something. And it makes a lot of people uncomfortable. It makes a lot of people uncomfortable, but that's their fucking weakness. See, that's the thing. You gotta believe in yourself. You gotta be your own biggest cheerleader. You gotta be like, you look in the mirror and say, you know what? I accomplished this. I'm about this. I can do this. And that's all really confidence is. And like I said, yeah, women, they love a confident man. But ultimately, that confidence is for the man's benefit. He needs to believe in himself. Because here's the thing. If you believe in yourself, it's going to radiate out. And other people are going to start believing in you. Even if they don't want to. Because like I said, I've had some detractors, but I've had some people who, for whatever reason, they would be like, Rom, you arrogant, you this. And then they come back later and say, you know what, man, I'm sorry. Men and women say, I thought you were this way, but I'm seeing what's up. That's because I was authentic about it. And I don't put it in anybody, I ain't walking around up there. I ain't looking down on anybody, but shit. I know the things I've accomplished. And I know the things I've survived. Because if nothing else, I'm a survivor. And like I say, this ain't about me. I'm just using myself as an example. Every single man hearing this needs to at least believe in himself and value what he's bringing to the table. Because, look, let me get back to the women part of it. You get too many men who deal with women who act like they're doing a man a favor by spreading her legs for him. And I'm like, wait a minute, hold up. That woman should be honored that you even picked her. Because even though I say women choose the men have to choose the women back. Because I get a lot of women who choose me, I don't choose them back. So first of all, every man out there need to be like, if they encounter some woman or something and acting like she doing a man a favor, say, hold up, honey, hold up. First of all, you should be honored that I want to have sex with you. Because especially if you think about it, if that woman get pregnant, she can live off your seed for 18 years. She can have the state come in and regulate how much money you get every month. Shoot. That woman should be honored. Let me say that again. That woman should be honored that you were picking her. Because keep in mind one thing. And I don't care what the stats say. Because I've talked about this before about more women out there than men. And you get some men like, well, according to stats and everything. No. Because you got still throw in stuff like men dying sooner. You got to throw in like... some men out there aren't trying to deal with women for whatever reason. So there's more women than men. So basically a man where a woman might have 3 men to choose from, like who are actually compatible with her, a man might have 10. So she should be honored that you picked her out of 1 out of 10. And you gotta have that attitude. Because you don't have to deal with her. And you have to value yourself like that. And, I know I talk a lot about select, non-select. One thing Mr. Goodbar does, he deals with women on his own terms. And when he is finished dealing with her, he dismisses her like a maid. That's because he values himself. That's because he has confidence in himself. Something to think about for today, fellas. Talk to y'all later.